Hello everybody, update on my Pro Flo 4 system, getting there. So giving you guys a little bit of a view here of how I did mine. I was able to put it back through this area, here we go, right back in here. There was another hole, I elongated a little bit and I was able to get all the harnesses through that area. That way I don't have to butcher up any more of the firewall. Give you guys heads up, this is a 351 Windsor, so I did have to gnaw off the bottom of the distributor. I took about a half inch or so off the bottom of it because I have an ARP oil pump drive and it's a little thicker and it doesn't go all the way down. The distributor is really long compared to the stock. So I called tech and they told me, oh, you could pull out another oil pump drive. Well, that ain't happening. So if it worked at 1 inch, because this one was a 1.5 inch. If the stock one worked at 1 inch, then it was fine. So there's enough in the drive itself. There's enough hex in there so to run the oil pump. So that all went down real nice, and then I was able to find a fitting here, another Edelbrock fitting that fit, so I could run my heater hoses. I'm still running heat in this thing. It does get cold in the Midwest. As you can see, also I ran my own. I had a different system on here before. If you look at my past videos, you can see that I had a Boss EFI on here at one point. So I had made my own fuel line, so I was able to continue using that, and then I ended up putting it over here and use all 6AN fittings. So I got that over there, and then what I did is the crossover in the back, I made my own, so there's my regulator's over here. So I got a line, you can see that line in the back there. So that's where we're going to bleed off my fuel pressure from that regulator over there. And then I'll put a gauge on this side. So I extended it here. I took that cap off and put a fitting on there and extended it. Put a cap on here so I could watch my fuel pressure on the opposite side of the sensor. So I'm getting really, really close. I had to make my wires yesterday, and we're getting really, really close. So that's what it looks like in the engine compartment. So I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to show you the inside of the car. So I ended up pulling the steering wheel off, and I pulled the turn signal lever off. It was a lot easier just to it gives you more room. So I got the dash out. So now you can actually see where I mounted mine, right above the radio area. That's where I had my old module as well. There's the relay that comes with the kit. It's part of their harness. And then there's the fuse, the main fuse. It's not that hard. I mean, worst case, that thing pops. Obviously, if that thing pops, you really got trouble. So I think it should be a big deal. But yeah, I just put in the heater. The heater vents got put back in, and I remounted all this stuff. Use a little bit of this insulator here. I used a piece of rubber hose back here. That way I don't have to cut up any more of the dash or anything like that. I don't have air conditioning, so it's not a big deal. So that's where I'm at. Really, really close to starting this thing, so let's give you a heads up here. Just a little bit of a different approach to installing this thing on a 69 Mustang 351 Windsor. Everything else is pretty straightforward. I use dowels to drop my intake manifold in. I'll show you, those are pretty cool. I made them. I made these dowels. I made 4 of these. I cut the heads off. I got long bolts. And I cut the heads off and I made a screwdriver slot. I picked this up from the internet. I made 4 of those, and then when I set my intake, boom, it's set right down. So should be ready to go. Got the Edelbrock linkage system here. Also, it hooks up because I got an AOD in here as well. So it has the adjuster so I can adjust my TV cable, which is very important on an AOD. And then I had some conformed hoses, the ones that are pre-bent. So I was able to do that for my brake booster. Got there. And same with the PCV valve. Got this one here, and it goes over the PCV valve. So I'm kind of happy with it right now. It looks like I'm about ready to fire it up, which I am. Load in the software, and that's pretty much what I got so far. Just giving you guys a heads up. It's kind of a bear, but you know, high performance, you have to come across different obstacles and you gotta improvise, adapt, and overcome. So that's kind of what I did. But there we go. There's my update. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.